Quadratic functions produce shapes that we call parabolas. The equations that produce parabolas, which are quadratic, can be in standard form or in vertex form. At the vertex, the parabola is going to either open up or down. This one's opening up, this one's opening down. The vertex is a very important point in the parabola. Three things happen. The maximum value or the minimum value is attained, and that's taken up by the y. So when we say max, we mean a max y. When we say min, we mean a min y. Also, the parabola switches directions. You read things from left to right. You get yourself on the parabola, you're going down, hit the vertex, you're going up. Get yourself on the parabola, you're going up, hit the vertex, you're coming down. Also, at the vertex, we have a line of symmetry. The line of symmetry will be like a line that cuts the parabola in half. The A of the standard form or the vertex form of the quadratic, which is a parabola, the A gives us information. If the A, the number that's occupying that position, is positive, the parabola would be expected to open up. And if the A is negative, the parabola is expected to open down. Find the vertex from the equation. This is a vertex form, and you could read the vertex right off the equation, which will be the h and k that you see here. But just keep in mind that when a formula has a negative, the number that's next to it on its way out will change signs, or on its way back into the formula will change signs. This is a standard form. In this one, you have to use the formula to find the x-coordinate of the vertex. Once you find the x-coordinate, you could always plug it in where the x is and find its partner y. Find the vertex given this vertex form equation. So for the vertex form, you read it. So this is the h position, but notice on its way out, it changes sign. This one, what you see is what you get, because in the formula, there was no negative here. It's a positive, you keep what you see. So it's a positive 4, this is a positive 4. This is a vertex for this quadratic and this parabola. Find the vertex if you're given standard form. This is standard form. To find the vertex in standard form, you have to use a formula. The A here is 1, the B is negative 4. Plug it into the formula. Notice you keep the sign of the formula and you keep the sign of the number coming in. Simplify. The x-coordinate of this vertex is 2. Now use this 2, plug it back in to find the y. Remember, f of x is like your y. So you plug it back in, the 2 that we found, and it produces a y equal negative 2. So the vertex for this parabola is 2, negative 2. Now we're going to graph. So when you're going to graph a quadratic or parabola, find the vertex first. So since this is standard form, we're going to use the formula for the x-coordinate of the vertex. Plug in the numbers like we did, and we get an x-coordinate for the vertex of 2. Plug it back into the formula, and it gives you its partner y. This is the vertex for this parabola. Now we go and plot that point. The point is here, and we know that this parabola is opening up since the A was positive in the equation. But this is not enough information because we don't know how narrow or how wide this parabola is. We need more points. Since we know that this branch is going to hit the y-axis, we know it's going to intersect it. We need a y-intercept. So how do you find a y-intercept? You let x equal 0. So plug in x equals 0 into the equation, and it tells you that this parabola is going to intersect the y-axis at y equals 6. So now we're going to have a point to plot, which will give us a better graph. So we have this branch of the parabola on this side of the line of symmetry. This one's kind of vague, so we could lock it into a better graph. Let's find a point. Let's pick a point on this side. It doesn't matter which point. So we can see what point this branch is going through. I'm going to choose x equal 4. So I plug it into the formula of the quadratic, this quadratic, and I get a y equals 6. So at x equal 4, I should go up 6, and that's where the point should be. This gives me a better graph and more precise graph of the parabola. Then you would think the more points you have, the better the graph. That's correct. But we want to do a quick, rough sketch. If you want a really, really good graph, you use a graphing calculator. And now, again, this vertex is very informative. The x-coordinate, x equal 2, is the line of symmetry. Notice going through x equal 2. This 2, the y-coordinate, is y equal 2, and this is the minimum for the y's. In this case, it was a minimum. If this guy would have been opening down, I would have said that's a maximum.